Hello, welcome to the stream. We are doing more RahiTuber Development today. And, well, I'm hoping to get to the point where the phonemes are ready to release. There's definitely... there's always going to be a little bit of jank with it, so I'm just going to sort of bite the bullet and say, you know, if you want this feature, you can have it. It's good enough. It looks good enough. And, you know, maybe you'll find some settings that look really good for you. But personally, this is as good as I can get it. So, yeah. So we're just going to be essentially releasing it as it is right now. I go to the phonemes menu. So basically this whole thing is a bit of a mess, this big menu full of random numbers. So what I need to do is I need to save these numbers as the sort of, these are the default and they're the base values. And then all these sliders are actually going to be zeroed out. So, so then obviously 0 is the default. That will then make sense. So I just need to go through those and modify them a bit. So yeah, let's go do that. Where am I? I want to go to Layer Manager, Draw GUI. Wait, no, that's not right. I actually do want to be in the advanced menu stuff for the phonemes. Okay, because yeah, these are the defaults, and that just... these numbers are magic numbers. I don't want magic numbers. So actually, I'm going to be silly and do some defines. Because I can't be bothered to do it the right way round. Okay, so... oh, hello, hey Poem, welcome in. I'm doing some cleanup on the phonemes stuff on RahiTuber so that hopefully I can get it to the point of being released. What's it do? It does... don't speak programming. That's fair. I'll show you when it starts. Come on. Do your thing. It's probably going to complain that I redefined this name 3 different times, but no, we're good. Okay. So, phonemes is the letter sounds. So we've got, in more talk settings now, we've got 5 new sprites, and we can do... this is a whole bunch of sliders that I need to clean up. But basically, you can see that the mouth shape is changing depending on the sort of sounds I'm making. So yeah, it's another tool for a bit more expressiveness. Yeah, so hopefully it will be a nice way to add a bit more variation into the talking stuff. But at the moment I'm fixing the crazy sliders that are all just zeros. They're not zeros, they're random numbers, and I want to make them zeros so that 0 is the sort of easy default. You can tell how much you've modified it from the default, I guess. Just going to say, side note, your program is why I've improved immensely in your art. Aw, that's really cool. That's a really nice thing to say. I have seen your art, and it is really nice. It's getting really like detailed and stuff. It's really cool. Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. So actually, I don't really want to be using these here. I want to have these set to 0 as the default value. Wait, no. Never mind. I've confused myself. I do want the reset button to put them back to the default. Gold star, thank you. Yeah, I saw it. So you made the RahiTubers for names Kin and Sarah. Is that right? Yeah, they look really cool. Right, so these float sliders I need to have. Sarah's was a rush job, but the coconut you spent some effort on. To be fair, so I haven't really seen one of Sarah's streams properly yet. But I have seen Kin because I was looking at your peak stream yesterday. So E tolerance is this minus the default so that it goes back to 0. And we modify that. Which is going to make this code a lot longer, but it's kind of necessary. So when we modify that one, then this becomes that plus the default again. So it should look like it's at 0, but it's actually not. Yeah, E sensitivity is now at 0. Cool. I'm going to put these in a table as well, I think, so that we've got a GUI begin table, not tab bar. That's the other thing. Adjustment. I'm going to have 3 columns. GUI table. Table flags. Table flags. Flags. Oh. Never mind. I'm typoing all over the place right now. Okay, why am I not getting those? Oh, GUI table. There's no colons in there. Flags. I want vertical borders between the columns and GUI table flags. Sizing fixed fit, I guess. No, sizing stretch proportional. I think that's what I want. Okay, that's good. How did I originally get into programming? I did a computer visualization course at university, and that was basically we were taught a bit of programming in order to do some like procedural visual stuff, like generating patterns and stuff like that. And so, yeah, so I was going to end up being an animator as my full-time job. And then halfway through that course, the lecturers were like, yeah, 90% of you are going to burn out in your first year of work. Because I went, no, I'm not going to do that then. So, yeah, I just latched onto the programming side of it instead. And now I do that for a job. Not to mention, animation as a hobby is very different from animation as a job, and I didn't realize that until I got to uni and started doing it. So, yeah. Right, so I've got to set up my rows in GUI tables, set up row. Can I do that? No. Table headers row. Oh, I see that. I do that. Wait, what? How does this work? Oh, okay, never mind. Right, so table setup column, and I call that phoneme GUI table column flags. This is so much typing. I want this to be a no, you know what? I'm just going to leave it as default. It's probably going to be all right. So phoneme. Then the next column is sensitivity and then confidence. Confident E. That's what I was going for. All right, so in GUI, begin column. Is it next column? It should be next column, I think. Table next column. There we go. Table headers row. No. I wonder what that will do. Okay. Maybe I need to put that above all of that. We will find out. So the first column is just going to be the names of the phonemes. So, come on, in GUI text. I wonder what that'll do. Yeah, but this is how I write. This is how I program. I throw stuff in. Half the time I don't know how it works, and then I press play and see what happens. At least it's not spaghetti on the wall. I mean, I do that as well. So we've got E, S, W, B. E burst. And E low, I guess. I'm trying to think of a way of writing this that might make sense to somebody that doesn't know anything about. I'm going to have tooltips as well. But yeah. Okay, table next column. Oh wait, I probably want to do in GUI align text frame padding on each of these. Okay. In GUI table next column. Right, and here's where I'm going to just chuck in all the sensitivity sliders. And they're just going to be not labeled anymore because they're in a column that labels them. Okay. I sort of want to do this, but with each of those other numbers. That becomes mid-S tolerance. So, tell you what, how about I just call it temp? And then I can just reuse it. So mid-S tolerance is that one. And then it's temp. And then we use that default. I can get rid of this float slider now. Cool. Okay. carry on with the others. That one was S. So W tolerance there, WT default there. Okay. Peak tolerance and peak PT default. Peak sensitivity. Okay, there you go. That one there. And the last one. Okay. Yay, head pats. I'm doing things. Okay, we shall see what happens here. Okay, we've got a... That's what I was going for. So we've got headers, we've got phoneme, we've got sensitivity, we've got confidence. So just got to put those confidence sliders in there. Although, I feel like something went wrong there because we got... Let me just split these a bit so I can read it a bit easier. For some reason, the S one is not correct. That's all the way up at like 1.2. Why is that? That's weird. Pretty sure I'm doing the same thing on each of these. I think it's actually because my saved value for the S tolerance is not what I've got written down in my... Oh. Never mind. I just overwrote it. So, right. So, I think I had adjusted the S tolerance to be... Whoopsie. I had adjusted the S tolerance to be different on my own personal setup, and I think it's not wrong. It does work, so maybe I'll just leave it like this now. So, maybe it's okay. Yeah. So it's the P sound was not quite working the way I wanted it to before, but yeah, so that's definitely still needs a bit of tweaking. So it's the P and the B, and it's just not showing up when I want it to. It is showing up when I don't want it to, which is quite annoying. P, 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 P. Those waves are going to come with the update. So yeah, this is part of the plan, is that this you can tick this box to see the debug audio waves and try and debug like where things are. So the general idea is that if I say sorry, you get a lot of high in the red. If I say ooh, then blue is the highest. If I say E, then yellow is the highest. And if I say S, then green is the highest. And that's kind of what you would want to adjust it to. But obviously everybody's microphone will be different. So we need a way of sliding these borders around as well. So I added that in as well. I think, if you want it to work properly, you just have to have my voice and my microphone. Then, then it'll be perfect. But yeah, the p sound is not coming through at all when I actually want it to. Sometimes it comes through if I go not even then, actually. I can't do it. Happy you procrastinate on your avatar so you can account for this. Yeah, it should be interesting. So this is just straight up not coming through. Where I want it to at all. So I'm going to have to tweak the logic on this, I think, because it's just not doing anything. Tell you what, the P confidence. We have to be confident with our P's. If I boost that, maybe that helps. It's just straight up not happening, is it? So on my own model, to adjust this, I would have to make alternate sprites for just the jaw and probably the snout as well. But it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I do want to get that P shape appearing at all, because it just isn't right now. So if I go to my select phoneme thing, so the P comes in when I do so if sub high, which is like the highest, basically the loudest sub frequency for that one frame, if that's louder than the short average, which is the colored in blue bit, yeah, so I feel like actually this tolerance value is the other way around. That needs to actually be that. If we want a higher tolerance, we multiply the thing we're comparing, not the thing we're comparing it against, I guess. So if we've got a jump in the sub and the bass frequencies, then we should be getting that satisfied. And if we have the high is above, so sub is above the base and above the mid, then that's right. So I want to be multiplying that one that way round. Which means this peak tolerance actually needs to be reversed. And actually I should put these numbers in straight here, because otherwise there's a possibility I might edit one and forget the other one. So okay, let's run this again and have a look. Meanwhile, off screen, I have my 3D printer printing several rats. I have, in our D&D campaign, we are going to be fighting 1,000 rats. And so I'm printing off little swarms of rats. And each of those ones is going to represent 100 rats. Yeah, we're going through this like arena battle thing. Yeah, they're not like giant rats or anything, they're just normal rats, which all have 1 HP each. But we have, I think, something like 10 people in the party. Well, we have 3 players, and we're all controlling like 2 or 3 people, which is kind of insane. But yeah, so let's have a look at this. Well, that's just, oh yeah, of course. Right, cool. So my p noise, so if I increase the tolerance for no, oh, that appeared briefly. Too moist filament and too expensive electricity. Oh, that struggle, I know it. My rats are coming out very gloopy and I don't have the time. I don't have the time to fix it. So yeah, I'm using up the last of my filament spool, and if it's wet, it's wet. They're coming out gloopy as hell, and I don't care anymore. I just need something to represent the rats, and if it comes out shit, I'm not wasting the filament. So right, so let's see. Okay, I'm now getting the P shape when I do lots of other noises. V, or yeah, it comes in when I do or ooh or yeah, it's a bit p p p p p. Okay, but it does appear when I do a P noise, which is good. B b b b b. Not as much when I do a b. It does a little bit, but okay, so that's kind of appearing where I want it to. Your layers are just not sticking. It prints, but there's holes, and if it gets handled with anything other than silky feathers, things fall apart. Oh, that sucks, yeah. Layer adhesion. So it's, yeah, I think that's to do with if you print with the filament at too low a temperature or something. But then obviously if you make it too hot, you get extra gloopiness instead. So yeah, it is really hard to fine tune all the bits. But yeah, this is, yeah, we're definitely getting the appearance of the P sound. P, P, E. Yeah, but annoyingly, it's now jumping in. Try to just bump if we go any higher. It's just moist in the worst part. It was like that straight out of the vacuum bag it came. Yeah, that can happen. It's a bit of a pot luck, isn't it? And then you have to like cook it in the oven for 4 hours or 6 hours or something stupid to dry it all out. I've got an airtight box with a whole load of silica gel in it. That's hopefully keeping the rest of my filament dry for now. Hey, welcome follower. Thank you for the follow. They're anonymous, so if you want to, I don't know, make your name known, please do. But if not, don't worry about it. Yeah. Yeah, drying out filament is a real pain. So this P shape is coming in if I do R sometimes, but also not. R, E, E. Okay, it sort of wants to appear when I do an E. I don't know why. E, E. Right, so that tolerance is too high. E, 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 U, E, R, S, P, 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 P. Come on, it's not doing it. P, P, P. I can see the blue jumping. P, 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 P. E, R, P, U, U, P, 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 P. I'm sorry, you're going to have to tolerate me making a whole load of stupid noises, because P, P, P. Ooh, ee, ooh, ding, dang, walla, walla, bing, bong. Or bing, bang. Whatever. But yeah, we're just getting this shape just showing up randomly on top of everything else. What if I do that and I go for no, that's not what I want. I don't really get why this doesn't work. Right. Hey, Tesseros, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Get raided. I did get raided. We're doing more RahiTuber development today. So, yeah. If you don't know Tesseros, go check them out. She has a very cool channel with lots of fighting games, I think, at the moment. And is a member of our Pink Fuzzy Bunny stream team. So, yeah. Right. So I think I need to figure out why this doesn't do what I think it should be doing. 3D modeling your new leverless controller. So you have to reinstall Windows. Oh, geez. Good luck. Yeah, last time I had to reinstall Windows was on... So my wife's PC had a bunch of stability issues and was just blue screening all over the place. And it got to a point where it just could not restore. And it would like successfully finish a restore, start up, you log in, and as soon as you log in, it was like there's some page fault in non-paged area, which is like something's wrong with the memory or something's wrong with the memory register or something like that. And so I tried taking out the RAM, I tried changing the config of all the RAM, I tried playing around with all the different settings and nothing was fixing it. So I installed Nobara Linux instead, and it has worked flawlessly ever since. So yeah, that was a Windows problem for some reason. So I think we want the short average to be above the other frequencies for this. So basically we want sub to be above bass and mid for the P sound to come through. So if I do it now and we look at the blue versus the basically this half transparent big rectangle. So I'm just talking normally, and we're not really getting blue being above any of these. But then if I go b, 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 it then becomes close to red and definitely higher than yellow. B, p, p, p. And if I do a P noise, it's fully above. P, p, p. If I get further away from the microphone, it's not as pronounced. P, 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 p. But it's still definitely higher than normal speech. So this is normal speech further away from the microphone. And if I go p, 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 yeah, I mean it's higher than the others in a sense that the others are lower. Hey, Super Kayak, how's it going? Right, so Right, I'm gonna save that and restart it and see what happens. So let's show the debug audio again. P, 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 p. It's sort of appearing, but kind of not. U, E, R, S, P, P. Hey, Ina. How's it doing? How's it going? How are you doing? One of those two, not both. Or both, but not at the same time. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out why the P sound in my phoneme setup isn't appearing. P, P. Ooh, that's working. P, P, P. Wait, it sort of worked. Buzzed, you have a mason jar with hazelnut moonshine and a spout lid on it. Today's going to be fun. Nice, that sounds fun. Phonemes, how about you phone a friend? I don't have any friends. None that have phones, anyway. Let's boost the confidence on the p. P, p. No, p, 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 p. It's not showing up now. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah. Kiddo Kazooie, hello, welcome in. You're trying to figure out how to run AdGuard Home on your router instead of your Raspberry Pi. Yeah, I did not get... I tried to set up a Pi-hole for my own home network, and it basically ended up with not blocking any ads anyway, and the Xbox stopped being able to connect properly to YouTube and stuff, and it just straight up didn't. It didn't. If you have a Pi running Home Assistant OS, I have not seen that or what it does. I don't know anything about it. But that's cool. So, anyway, yeah, I'm going to be continuing to make annoying noises while I figure out why the p sound doesn't appear when I want it to. B, 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 p, p. Yeah, so the sub-confidence maybe can go up a bit. P, 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 p. Sorry. I saw all the frequencies flash and I was like, wait, this is probably blowing out the mic. But I do apologize if it sounds really bad. P, 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 p. Oh, come on. I saw it just now and now it's not doing it. B, 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 p, p. No, come on. P, 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 p. Seriously? It was there. It was there. Why is it not working? P, 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 p. Wait, am I doing this wrong? Let me put these in brackets just to make sure. And you know what? I'm going to do that instead as well. Just, it shouldn't make any difference because we're comparing integers anyway, but I feel like it might help, maybe. Hey, Ina, you got first somehow. I'll tell you what, why am I doing that when I could be doing this? Just instead of dividing the size of the counted phonemes by the confidence, multiply the actual count. I feel like that makes more sense. Slightly more intuitive on my end as well. Didn't even check first. Basically, if it's still available, then no one's got it yet. If you once first and second have been claimed, they disappear from my redeems list. So okay. Yeah, that's something I did with StreamerBot. if you used StreamerBot to create the redeem in the first place, then it can enable and disable them. I'm surprised you haven't made your own bot. I don't have time for that. Besides, why reinvent the wheel? StreamerBot works just fine. Okay, so confidence boost, boost my confidence. Come on, it's not doing it. Everything else is working just fine. We could all use a confidence boost, probably. If only it was this easy. Love to focus on making Linux first VTuber tooling. Yeah, that'd be cool. Right, so I'm going to hack this and make it higher than it should be. Let's go with 50. That's actually showing up now. Okay, so B's don't really come through. No. Does. You can do a P. I can do a P. Yay. Out of context. That's going in the next TinyTuber Clips out of context compilation. There is a... Oh, hang on. Where's my thing? I have a command showcase. It's quote add, I believe. Exclamation point, quote add, and then you type what the quote was. I think that did it. I'm not sure. Hang on. Actions and commands. Oh wait, it's in the other stuff. Where is it? Settings. The quote thing is like something that they just... is it services? Quotes. There we go. Okay, we have one. Huh. The quote thing is something that they just put into StreamerBot itself, and I haven't yet figured out how to make it actually do what I want. So... Quotes, quote added. Type quote added. Well, that should be working. Yeah, the quote stuff is yes, what it is it actually triggers a custom event called the quote added event. Well, there you go. If I right click and do test, it does that. This is a quote show trigger test. Fun. But yeah, that just doesn't work, I think. To have the sources correct in a command, I've been effed by those things more than I care to admit. Yeah, it's... I don't know, maybe if I just add them, then it will let me do it. What if I just type quote in chat and see what happens? Well, that doesn't work either. Okay. I guess their quotes thing just doesn't... It just doesn't. Full stop. Are you working, Mr. Quabs? No. Well, I guess I'll have to manually implement the quote thing. So, add core... wait, Twitch. Chat. Wait, no. Add core commands. Command triggered. Quote add. And then if I set variable quote user as... I think that's the correct one for command username. Sorry, we're getting very sidetracked from RahiTuber Development right now. But things must be done. Where was I with the other stuff? Username. Yeah, username. Rahi quote development, go. Yeah. Where's the one that does the noun verb? There we go. No, that doesn't do that because that uses the redeem instead. Okay, I guess I have to look at the documentation for that. Documentation me. Come on. Give me something, please. It's being so slow. Right. Why are you being this slow? You with your fancy old animations all over your website, making it hard to... The subaction core quote, add quote. There it is. Oh, I see what you mean. Although it doesn't do the message either, so... Also, what the heck is going on with my tracking right now? It's going all over the place. What the heck? Oh, it's tracking the stuff on my shelf behind me. That's fun. Okay, now it's got my face. You saw nothing. Right. Core. Two things at the same time. I had way too much caffeine. Yeah, probably all of those. Is it like that? Input should work. Okay, thanks. If I duplicate that and say set quote to input. And then we add the quote. Okay, and then we show a quote. Add for quotes. Get quote. Random quote. Okay. And if we get a random quote, what happens? Documentation me. Quote, quote, game, quote ID. Right. Okay. Quote should work now. Yay. No one ever uses it, so I just did not notice that it wasn't working. Oh, okay. Well, that's not right, is it? Guess it does not. Thanks, StreamerBot. You're so cool. We're all username now. Join the hive mind. I mean, yeah, but it still messed up the message, and the message is like a manual thing here. It got your username right the first time, and then it did another one with oh. Add quote should be in the first one on the list, and then it's because we're adding a quote. That's yeah, because yeah, right. The sub action, yeah, I know. Ina, everything is this complicated in StreamerBot. I know that. I know you meant the sub action, but so because we're adding a quote, that then triggers this again with the old trigger setup. Okay, try now. Okay, that didn't work. Not oh well. I will not admit defeat. We have to fix it now. Okay, I'm gonna try this now. Damn it! Why did that not work? Is it because input isn't actually a command trigger? Triggers. Triggers, reference of all triggers, yes. Command triggered. Input hash. Okay, so the word of the message entered. Quote added. Yeah, there we go. See, that works. So we don't want input. We want raw input. There we go. That's what we want. Okay. Yay, that one works. Cool. All right. So then if I do quote, RahiTuber once said input. Cool. I did probably do that, to be honest. Yeah, there it is. Because I still haven't thingy thing. Still haven't done this correctly. Yeah, that should now be raw input. And if it's a variable, I'm assuming I don't need to... Right, let's try this. It's fucking raw! God damn it! That didn't work. Okay, I guess I do need to put the percents around it. God forbid they fucking document this nicely instead of making you go look it up on the website. Work, please. Yes, you can try, Angora Bunny. Hey, it works. Yay. Oh, you need to... It's just quote add without the added. But we're close. You don't need the speech marks either. There we go. Ina's got it. You saw it appear in the list as well. That's cool. Wow. And now if we do quote, I once said work please. I did say that. Okay. Quotes work. Save. Okay, back to RahiTuber Development. Yay, productivity! Okay, let's try with Benoy. Bun can't spell. Bun only knows bun things. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, it's tracking the stuff on my shelf again. Track my face, goddammit. Track my face, god damn it. Gosh, dang it. Now you can quote all of the sussy out of context things. Indeed you can. Please remove all face-like objects from shelves. The thing is, there are no face-like objects from the shelf. It's friggin'... It's a Lego digger, okay? Open track. This is Lego. Stop tracking the stupid digger. There is no face here. Fuck you! Okay. Alright. Scuff is happened, but it's now over. I don't know, it wasn't that confident considering it was vibrating all over the place. Wish Dream Nova Beast, welcome in. Thank you for all those emotes. There's no confidence filter on it. It's open track. I don't get to look at the internals. I don't know, Ina. It's not my app. I mean, yeah, it is literally open source, but shush. All right. You have no power here. This is my stream. I can be Scuff if I want to. All right, so back to what I was trying to do, which was make the p sound appear in my funny little phonemes thing. P, 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 p. Come on, that was working earlier. Why is it not working now? What? P, 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 p. Seriously? P. Hey! Sticky noting me. Steppies. P, p, p. Okay, it's sort of showing up sometimes. If I increase the subtolerance. P, p.
Has he found his mask power? Oh, look at me! I can...
Maybe not.
When... fly...
Nice. That goes well with the scarf as well. Look at me! I can... program... Why is it not working anymore? Seriously? E oo oo e ah. Wait. Ooh ee ooh ah ah. Ting tang. Walla walla bing bang. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting tang, walla walla bing bang. It's not too bad, actually. Okay, if I do that, that works quite well. P, 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 b. Oh, that's actually working. Nice. Okay, so P burst, which is definitely in context, and you will not be taking that out of context. P burst is maxed out, and that is the thing we want. Let me just go back to the advanced menu function and yep, knew that was coming. Because actually I did literally ask for it. You're right. You are correct on that one. Thank you, Angro Bunny. Right. So what am I currently doing for my peak sensitivity? Let me just hover that. 0.854. Okay. Adjusting. 0.85 is the new default. How about that? And I'm going to say this one, the confidence boost can go up to 50 now. Again. Okay, cool. And then that'll do, I reckon. I just realized that I've called W in all the other user interface, so I should make that match. And then I'm going to chuck all the confidence sliders in next to the other stuff. And I can hide these headers now because they are in a table column with the right headers. However, I've just realized that the confidence doesn't actually line up with the the confidence boost doesn't actually line up with the stuff in the rows. So we've got ESWP, ESWP. That'll do. How are my rats doing? I'm going to go look at my rats being printed and see if they are gloopy or not. Can confirm rats be gloopy as fuck. And currently scribbling all over the printer. Annoyingly, the first one was slightly less gloopy than last time, and this new one is much more gloopy than last time. Stupid printer. Not listening to me. Alright, so Okay, we have sensitivity, confidence. That works. That works just fine. So, oh yeah, that works. It's working. It's working. Okay. Immediately after I say it's working, it stops working, which is great. It's good enough. I'm done with messing around with it. Such is the way. Yeah. Can I do like table? Can I do like? Yeah. Like turn on and off the borders between rows. That would be nice. Unless I just do a separator between each thing. Let's see what that looks like. Because I want P burst and P low to be in a similar thingies. Words. I can't words right now. I've forgotten how to speak. This is the way. All right, that is basically what I wanted. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can probably... You know what? I reckon I can just do... call this... that. And then I'm just going to get rid of that. I feel like that works slightly better. Although now this slider is super narrow, so maybe we don't want that. Uh-oh. Why did that reset this one? That's not what I want. We have a reset button doing the wrong thing. Good thing I checked. All of them are resetting the E confidence to its default. Right, that's not ideal. Sounds like a copy-paste whoopsie. Yeah, I do that quite a lot. Okay, so... Okay, it's not doing it again. Come on. You were working before. Oh yeah, that's why. Because it still saved my stuff from before. Let me exit properly and then it will save my settings as they should be. Maybe you should be DRYing instead of copy. What's DRY? Don't repeat yourself. Oh. Yeah. I mean, this is UI stuff, which you kind of have to. You can't make a function for every single thing in the UI, because that's kind of silly. Yeah, for user interface stuff, copy-paste is kind of a given, I think. I mean, I think C++ is object-oriented, so you can do functions. I just don't see the point in doing functions when you're like basically adding functions is not going to actually reduce the complexity of the code at all, because you just have to make a new function for all of these different things. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not about doing, like, I'm not trying to pretend I have good development practices. I'm just doing what I need to do to get shit done. And yeah. If you want to go fix my code, it's on GitHub. Right, so I think I need to sort this out, because there's... If you knew C++, you might have. Fair. There's an annoying amount of space here that's just taking room away from these sliders at the end. Code for a Living, Code Complete 2nd edition. What's that? A book. Yuck. No, yeah, okay. Thank you for the recommendation. I will probably forget about it. Summary of research into code quality and practices that make good code. Nice. The team I'm in at work do not care, apparently. I've tried talking about code quality to them before, and yeah, doesn't really stick. My condolences. Yeah, fair enough. Right, so weight for this one is going to be 0.4. This one's going to be 0.6. Wait, hang on. Never mind. These weights don't actually have to add to 1. I can just do sensitivity is 2, phoneme is 1, confidence is 1, probably. Solo engineer at your place? Nice. At least that means you get to decide how your team does stuff, because you are the team. That's not... Okay. That didn't work. Oh, that's the flags. Derp. Miss Dolly Porton, hello. Hello, Kitty. Okay, that's slightly less insane setup going on. I love cats so much. Me too. Let's bump the weight of the final column up to 2, actually. All right, that's a lot more respectable, I think. Except that now the name of phoneme is cut off, so... All right, cool. Okay, and now I'm going to piss you off more by doing even more copy pasting. I'm going to do stuff. Add tooltips. That's what I want. I'm not going to look. Okay, good. Call them phonemes everywhere else. Might as well just carry on calling them phonemes. What have I got to do now? Hover timer. App config. App config. App config. Hover timer. Why is that not good? That good. Okay, good. Now copy paste. Hee. Okay, fine. Right, you know what? I'm going to do this. What's this? It is a float, I believe. Call this def val because default is already a word being used. Okay, now let's do, so ID is that, label is that, value is this, default value is that, and now I can do quick actions, extract function. Oh, temp is declared in the selected region and used below it. Oh, well, ignore that for now. Extract function. Sensitivity slider. Go. Okay. Cool. So now I can do this. Wait. Why did it put label at the end? Anyway, that's now done. So I can do this with the rest of them. Okay, ignoring that for now. What are you, ChatGPT? I'm sorry, that's an insult, but pretend I'm your little assistant with a comically oversized notebook. Need to reboot to see if new DNS server takes. Nice, have fun. I'm doing functions. I hope you're happy with me. I'm sorry. It was the way. Okay, ignoring that for now. That was a very. It felt AI-ish. Oh no. I need to. I'm just going to turn off the face tracking on my model again because I forgot about the fact that me pressing the star key on the numpad is the key that I use for resetting my tracking. So every time I press that when I'm like multiplying something in my code, it resets the tracking and messes up the position. So I keep forgetting about that. There we go. Now we have sensitivity sliders that should hopefully continue to make sense. Okay, yeah, except now that we've got extra separators that I didn't want. Okay, cool. Now I can say false on the separator here. There. Now it looks exactly the same, but my code is cleaner. Wasn't that worth it? Proud member of I have never used ChatGPT, but got used to seeing it being used by past students, so corrected their BS assignments and made them write things on their own. Yeah, good. And yay. I'm gonna need to do it again. Gold star. Woohee! I gotta do it again for this one. Right. Ducky time. Ah. How could you do this to me? Okay, I will clean up my code if it gets me called cute. That's allowed. I speak the truth. That's not even true. That's not how that works. It's how... so the confidence reduces how many frames a phoneme must be detected before being displayed. Yes, that is true. Okay. Let's see what that actually looks like. Oh, wait. I didn't do the other confidence sliders. So that is econf reset. No, not like that. Ta-da, that one. I forgot to put in the actual references for those, but never mind. I'll put that in here. Default was 3, I believe. Okay, now I can do that. S, W, and P. And the last one doesn't get a separator. Okay. There we go. That works now. Okay, that's quite a long tooltip. If I pop out the menu, that's not going to be visible, is it? No, it is not. Yeah, okay. Okay, now it fits. Oh, weird. These are supposed to be drag inputs, except it's a slider. Why? There it works. Oh, hang on. I missed out something. Yeah, that's the type. Flags is 0. Format is... There we go. Actually, I do want 0.3, to be honest. Maybe 2. And actually, what I'm going to do here is use float slider drag for this so that I can get the tooltip, but I'm just going to set the type to 0 so that it shows me a slider always. I want a slider. And then this one is Yes, it is a tooltip for a slider. There we go. Don't need that breakpoint anymore. Okay, so yeah, these are draggy ones now, which is cool. I feel like actually they probably should be sliders though, just like these ones are. And this still gives me the wrong thing, so I'm going to make them both sliders, actually. I think that makes the most sense, probably. Okay. I think that's enough messing around with the user interface, and I think we have phonemes to a point that actually work now, so I'm going to commit that. What was next on my to-do list? Okay, I'm not going to get into the big tasks like states and stuff right now. However, we have a couple of little bits. Although actually it's already 20 past 12, so I kind of need to get a move on. I've got other stuff to do today. Sorry, I've just realised what the time was. But cool thing, we got phonemes basically done. I think I'm gonna release this at some point this week, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. People will probably find a whole load of bugs with it, but I feel like it's useful anyway. Should probably put some tooltips on these three to explain what they are. You know what? I'm actually just going to set this to true if you adjust these, because you kind of need to be able to see what you're doing. So we show the debug audio bars to see the order. Sub should be highest when saying "oo," and bass should be highest when saying "ah." Fixed the last issue with the DNS server. Nice. Oh, Mamba Buns, go Bun, be the hero you were born to be, but also hopefully that starts to be less of a toll on you soon. But you're awesome, Bun. Take care. Okay, between bass and mid. And then mid and treble. Mid, yellow. Should be louder when saying E. And treble, green. Should be louder when saying S. Okay, now we should have nice tooltips on those. Okay, so if I'm talking here, I can adjust that, and that is definitely quickly breaks things. But I'll tell you what else I can do is I can say the max value is the next thing along. So base split is the max value for subsplit. Subsplit is the minimum value for base split, and mid split is the max value for it. And then base split is the minimum value for this one. And then, yeah, 50 can stay at the max for that one. Did I mess that up? Probably. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, I messed that up. Yeah, I'm thinking I messed it up. Right, so actually I need to do something else about that. Ah, yes, of course. All the other ones of these are divided by, or 100 divided by that, so that's why it's broken. Okay, so if I show this now, I can do base split goes all the way up to mid and down to sub, but can't go any further. Oh wow, look, it moves the other sliders as well. That's kind of fun. Because we get the range changing. That's interesting. Wee, woo, wee. Okay, cool. Right, so that is good for now, I reckon. Duh, typing, come on. Better base, sub-base, mid slider ranges. Done. Okay, well that's going to have to be it for me today. I appreciate everyone coming to spend time with me and keep me on task, even though I definitely got sidetracked by StreamerBot for quite a long time. But hey, at least we now have quotes that work. So, yeah, so we can do, no, don't worry, it's all good. We will go raid somebody, I think. Keep me on task. When we lead the rail for the sidetrack. It's fine. It was part of the fun. Okay, we're going to go raid Maxwell Flyweight because we don't get to do that very often. And I will see you in the next one, which is probably going to be either Wednesday or Thursday. For reasons. Yeah. I thought Friday would be my regular streaming day, and then life happened, and probably it's not going to happen that way. But yeah, we'll go raid Maxwell Flyweight and come with me to say hi, and have a nice rest of the day. Bye bye.